The first week of January 1923 was a dark time for Black people living in Rosewood, Florida. A racially motivated massacre that stunned the small town.
You must preserve the Rosewood history. You must keep my sister's name in the history.
That was the promise Lizzie Robinson Jenkins' mother, who was a Rosewood historian, told her to keep. And she has kept the promise for 27 years.
My aunt was the teacher here from 1915 to 1923, and she suffered the agony of defeat on these 3 to 4 days that she was involved or a part of, indirectly a part of the Rosewood Massacre. And because she suffered, my mom, and she survived, my mom told me that you must keep the history alive.
Jenkins is the founder and president of the Real Rosewood Foundation. State Representative Clovis Watson and Congressman Ted Yoho signed a proclamation last year to make January 1st, 2020, Rosewood Day.
When both of them agreed, I knew I was on the right track.
And when the day came, a candlelight ceremony was held to honor the 5 lives.
I'm keeping it alive because, as I said, we do not want it to repeat. We want to keep the legacy going. We want to make it positive, make the history as positive as we can. Because I tell people what I am doing, I'm taking a negative effect and making a positive effect. And the reason I say that, I tell the story positively. As bad as it was, I want everybody to feel a part of history, because Rosewood history is our history. It's everybody's history. You may not have created, but you are a part of it.
5 candles were lit after stories were shared, and 5 angels were placed on a tree. The handkerchiefs used to unveil the angels holds a special place in Jenkins' heart.
We use the handkerchiefs from Rosewood, real handkerchiefs from the Rosewood from 1923 that my aunt had saved, and they were recovered by the sheriff. He did not allow them to burn her house until he had taken as much of her items, resources, that he could put in a tub and a pillowcase, and he brought them to her.
And in 1995, Jenkins' mother penned a song called Rosewood, Florida.
The Cedar Key train conductors were told to pick up in Rosewood. Standing by the tracks with a lantern, its young school teachers stood.
Those who attended the ceremony were able to feel a part of the history through Jenkins' voice.
Rounding up the hidden survivors to board the midnight train. The sheriff and the store owner worked around the clock. Oh Lord, inform the train conductors just when and where to stop. Pick up the men, women, and children who were hiding out, and bring them to Arch, Florida, traveling the same old route. And she did it in like 2 minutes, 14 verses, and I was taking notes shorthand. But when she completed it, and then we edited it together, it's a beautiful song. It tells the story.
And in 3 years, to mark the 100-year anniversary of the massacre, the Real Rosewood Foundation is planning to open a museum documenting the history. In the meantime, Jenkins says she'll continue sharing what was passed down to her, keeping that promise.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Reporting in Rosewood, VoleerThomas.